Hey guys, it is Jacob once again. Welcome back to my channel. I thought about maybe having the item for today just showing like right off the bat, but I decided since it's a mystery to begin with, I thought I'd just show you a little bit. I'm gonna start explaining just a little bit. Like you probably saw on the picture on how it starts, you definitely know it's Star Wars right off the bat. Then you might have seen on the side that it said maybe Clone Wars, but the logo was a little different. And so some of you have probably guessed what it already is, but there are a couple guesses indeed. So I'll just give you the reveal right now. It is perhaps one of the very first original clone ARC troopers that were ever made. When I saw this at that little Star Wars store that they had in my town before they moved on to another one, I was still a little bummed out about that part, but no matter. When I saw this in there, I knew I had to get it because the Clone Wars, especially episode 2 and 3 of the original saga, are like my favorites because the clone troopers are just amazing in general. And when they brought in the ARC troopers, that was like an amazing feature. And yes, right here I did get it for about $12. That was definitely a lot of fun to get it for such a low price. And actually, the interesting fact is I didn't really get very many episode 2 things when it came out. I didn't really get very much. Even to this day, for lots of the other Clone Wars items of specific ones, I've still not been able to acquire those. So, I really wanted to get a lot of stuff from episode 2 and all that, so. But when I saw this was the only one there, I know it's not a Commander Fordo or a Captain, but I'm okay because I like this kind of tone of this kind of grayish blue. It's kind of a cool tone. So it's based on the old Clone Wars, so I don't think that's canon anymore, which I guess in some cases makes sense. I think the Jedi were a bit too overpowered a little bit in there, and they didn't really have much regard for the clone lives that much. The only clones you really cared about were the ARC troopers and Commander Fordo and other clone commanders that were there. In the newer one, they kind of made you more, made it more that you really cared about all the soldiers, which I think was a better approach. So let me just show you the back here. These are the other figures that would come along, like Asajj Ventress, Mace Windu, Dirge, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Yoda, and Anakin Skywalker. All great characters. I think it was a good idea to bring Ventress back. So, and we didn't get to see very much of ARC troopers. I know we saw ARC troopers in especially in the Camino missions of the Clone Wars, but not in the Phase 1 helmets. They had the experimental Phase 2, which I say was cool, but at the same time I kind of wish just, at least for one episode, we had an ARC trooper that had the Phase 1 kind of armor, because it was the kind of first ARC troopers we ever saw. So, but yeah, I'm just happy that we got one. So, it's quite fun to have ARC troopers in. And yes, this box has never been opened. It actually still has all of this stuff here. It even has a little description right here. I know it's really hard to read, but let me just read it for you. It says, includes a waistcoat, blaster rifle, and shoulder armor. As you can see, it does come with those. Very nicely designed. So, yeah, I decided to ask a couple questions about what you guys think would be cool. Like, should Hasbro or any other companies make some more ARC Troopers or anything like this and bring more of those back? I mean, it'd be fun to have those return. And another thing that I think we should point out, that since we're having like the new trilogy of a sort of Star Wars episodes, like, you know, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and at this time we do not know what the episode 9 will be. Like, we've seen Captain Phasma in that chrome armor, and we've seen lots of other kind of the new First Order stormtroopers and all that, but like, I did notice that when they did mention that Kylo Ren was suggesting maybe they should make a clone army, which I think was a nice kind of like connector of the original saga. I think it was kind of nice to do that. Like, even though it was kind of like very brief, it was kind of nice to have that. But I think what we kind of need next, like, even though it's like the First Order and some guys do not root for the bad guys, but at the same time, I would think it'd be nice if we could actually have like an ARC Trooper of the First Order or something like that. It doesn't need to be an ARC Trooper, but it could be like a brand new elite kind of soldier. So, like, what made these clones stand out was that they were personally trained by Jango Fett himself, and there are not very many of them. Then I guess what they could do is try to do something different for the First Order. Maybe like trained under a specific kind of Imperial officer or warrior. Then they are like skilled special operations. Because there's just so much that could be done. Like, oh, of course, like, we still have yet to have like commandos or elite units to show up in the Star Wars movies in a sense. Like, we never really did see ARC Troopers or Commandos or Imperial Shadow Troopers kind of show up in the films. Like, we usually kind of saw the regular soldiers or the ones that were like for specific tasks and all that. So what do you guys think? Do you think Star Wars needs to bring in the elite units and bring them into the actual film and actually kind of show the cool features about these specific troopers and that kind of thing? But in the comments below, let me know what you guys would like to see. I guess that pretty much sums up this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And some of you were probably thinking, well, oh, you're going to open this thing up. Like, actually, I am not going to open this up. I'm going to leave it as is, because I have learned that lots of the older toys, if you keep it in the box, the value kind of stays that way. So it's increased because it's really hard to find like some of the original toys of certain characters still in the box. So as much as I would love to open this up and actually like to display it on my desk, I think I'll just keep it in the box so that monetary value will stay up. So that sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I shall see you guys next week.